Welcome everyone back for another EU game on the Fangbooth 6 group stage. It's going to be the only other game that we are going to cover on the YouTube before we jump on into Scream review in the future. And it was on the Group B, it was Rocket Rookies against North American Reject. And here there is a little bit of like a battle between EU and NA, North American Reject, NA player coming into the EU tournament. So having to play on pick, it was nonetheless a great battle to see once again to determine who was going to be the first and second seed of that Group B. So we're gonna watch a match of Group B of the Fangbooth 6 group stage. And here we have North American Reject with Tekken Kid, Gratty, Nitro, Crazy Fool, Lyconator, a full NA team going to the EU tournament, facing against Rocket Rookies with Gak, Samwise, Simi Goes Hard, Ink Legend, and Darkcraft Requiem. And as before, we're gonna try to get into the draft first. So we have Rocket Rookies on the left side for the draft, and we have North American Reject on the right side. And here we go for a Greystone ban. So we decided to remove the Greystone from North American Reject. They decided to ban the Bellica. So this time we have a Rictor open. And so it was like immediately snapped by the side of Rocket Rookies. And we decided to answer with the Quang Steel. Already like taking the front lines on their hand on the side of North American Reject, which leave the Decker open for the side of Rocket Rookies. And Decker plus Rictor is a very strong combination. Every time you land a Stasis Bomb, it can be a Whiplash follow-up. That can be like very, very dangerous. And that's also like a lot of CC for the backline. The only problem with Rictor Decker is usually your front line is a little bit more weak because you already have those two picks. And so you have to find like more crafty situation to actually like get the picks, and you can't really go for the straight front to back type of team play. And we go for the Gideon in the mid lane, want to secure this Gideon. At that point, like Howitzer was still open, Gadget was still open. Both of those picks would be like completely fine with the Decker and the Rictor. They decided to go for the Gideon on the set of Rocket Rookies. Probably like to... I'm not sure. I feel like it's a little bit early, and that would not have been like the exact perfect pick, but it still like offer a lot of safety in this mid lane. And as an answer, we go for the Twin Blast on the side of North American Reject, and we decide to ban the Sevrog. We want to remove like any frontliners on the enemy team. While the Rampage is still up, to be fair, but there is a big chance that the Rictor was in the jungle. And here we decide to ban the Gadget to remove like mid lane option. Bellica, Gadget, and Gideon are out. So that limits the option on the side of North American Reject. And so they go for the Chimera in the jungle. Of course, they are on ping. The Chimera is definitely like a big... like a great character to play on ping because a lot of the things matters, but less. And here we have the Drongo, so we're gonna get the Decker Drongo lane, a lot of aggressivity. As from like what the enemy team has picked, it's probably like a steal as in the super troll. Like steal against a Decker in the lane is so hard to play into. And then we're gonna secure the Zarus, so double cage setup with a Black Hole plus Gag Grenade. I guess there's like some idea going on here, and here we have a spicy last pick because it's gonna be a Serat mid, and I have to admit, I have no idea what Serat mid is supposed to do. So I guess we're gonna discover and see how it goes. And so here, like I said, like to be fair, Steel Twin Blast against Decker Drongo is gonna suffer a lot. Then we have the Quang into the Zarus. I think Quang should be winning that that duel, but I'm not so sure. And in the jungle, we do have the Chimera against the Rictor. So on top of that, like we have Steel Twin Blast, while we have like a Rictor in the jungle that any like Stasis Bomb, if it's not like blocked, it's a kill on the dual lane, most likely. Also like the Quang, the Zarus, like we get the barricade into the Whiplash to catch the Quang, can be dangerous. Serat should be like pretty free against that Rictor, to be fair. So very good poke by Simi Goes Hard, already like Nitro half HP. completely ignoring minion and just like auto-attacking like crazy, but with the passive it works very well. And Nitro already like forced to use like one early potion. So we're gonna get the level 2 very fast here. Unfortunately, we do miss the Cosmic Rift onto Nitro. And also like we take the damage from the Chastise, but it's okay. We're still like gonna have some trouble to fully farm in terms of CS, but Nitro is actually like doing a pretty okay job. And here you can see Gak and Samwise applying a lot of pressure onto Lycanator. Crazy Fool can just watch, like still can't do anything. And still can't do anything until level 6, so like this dual lane is gonna have like so much trouble to actually exist. This mid lane is gonna have so much trouble to actually exist in the early levels. Unfortunately, like Simi missing his abilities, so he can't apply more pressure, and so no Nitro is going to be aggressive. That's the problem. That's probably gonna be the flash. Gratty tried to follow up, but we got like a good hook by the side. But now it's the flash. We did double flash, Ink Legend, Gak is rotating. We're gonna get like the kill, but that's gonna be a trade. And so yeah, in the end, that kind of worked out because Simi goes hard, gets surprised by that pick. That's the thing you have to be careful. When your ability are down as the mage and the enemy like melee hero in mid lane can actually like jump on you, like then you're super duper weak, because as soon as he's connect to you, like the auto attack does a lot of damage and stuff. So here Simi goes hard, didn't space properly, get punished very hard, had to flash away, but then in the end it's just like Gak getting the kill, so Gak is gonna be pretty happy with that, but Gratty also getting the kill, so this camera can be able to set up a little bit. Here they try like to get the minion, maybe force the crash, but Lycanator stepping up, and here like a lot of damage is being inflicted. They can't crash the wave. The wave is gonna stay there. Like steal into Decker Drongo is like really unplayable. Like no matter whatever other carry you play with it, it's really literally unplayable. So here we try to go aggressive onto Simi goes hard, and we actually like apply a lot of damage. So we have crit item like as almost like one of the first purchase, which means that we're kind of like gambling here, the auto attack damage. To be fair, Ink Legend shouldn't lose time in the mid lane. He should be eating like the side lane with his Rictor. How that happened? Like how is this dual lane in that situation? Like what did they do? They step up? What? Oh, they wanted to get one more wave with no mana. Yes, indeed, young lane then. I feel like the wave was kind of blocked here. They could have gone back with the wave in that state and then just come back and be fine. Or the other call is just like you accept to lose full priority, but you just deny as much as you can. While the carry stay, while the support just go back to base and the carry last hit. Carry can't fight because it won't have mana for a long time, but you're actually like getting quite far ahead in terms of like CS, and then your next power spike is gonna be pretty crazy. I think if you want some more gold here, you let Gak last hit in front of tower and you just go reset. And then, of course, that's gonna put you like in an awkward spot for the next 2 minutes, but then the next power spike is super strong. Thank you, Omega City Core, for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Well, Crash could have been good if you had mana to actually crash faster, but you didn't. But yeah, it's a mistake that ended up costing like the life of Gak. To be fair, we all do mistakes. That's why like it's important to learn from them. Myself, I do a lot of mistakes. So what we are in terms of like CS, we have Nitro at 31. He's actually having the same amount of CS of the mage. So Nitro doing a good job with that matchup. Even though he's slightly behind on experience. Well, actually quite behind on experience, like half a level behind on experience. Yeah, it's only 30 CS on GD. I assume like probably Simi goes hard, trying to get like as much like damage onto the Serat that he sometimes forget to get some last hit. I assume. And that's a trap that is very easy to fall into. So here we got the rotation. We try to... Ink Legend. Ink Legend. Look at me in the eyes. You don't throw your Replash when your decker is gonna land the Stasis Bomb. You throw your Replash either after the Stasis Bomb connect or the Stasis Bombs miss. Thank you. That was a free kill, by the way. That was such a free kill. Like, if you play Rector jungle and you have setup in your lane, just let the setup like set up your Replash, and that's a free kill every time. Here we dropped a kill for absolutely no reason, just because we're a little bit impatient on the Replash. But yeah, so here we try to go for it. Get a little bit of aggression here. Actually going for the Brimstone first on the side of Tekken Kid. To be fair, as soon as we got Fire Blossom, like Zarus can't play against a character that have Fire Blossom, so it's a pretty good pickup. I exaggerate a little bit when I say Zarus can't play, but not even that much. So far the hook rate is not that impressive. Like I said, I feel like dual lane is pretty good to gank for Ink Legend because stun set up Replash. Off lane as well, barricade set up Replash. Mid lane not so much because like a Serat is very slippery, so... Nice stun, Iron Strike. The Gag Grenade gets blocked by Crazy Fool, which was very well played. And then Crazy Fool going in, trying like to save Lyconator, but accepting that he's going to sacrifice his life for it. Kratty is coming back, but they do have to be careful because they're not like fully winning that fight at all because Ink Legend is around. But Samwise doesn't have any mana, so he has to be careful about it. So I understand the blink out. Here we do have Simi goes hard that get quite bully, it seems, by the Nitro Serat. And Lyconator keeping his stacking on the Soul Calice. Samwise and Gak are out of mana, so they just have to reset probably. Crazy Fool and Lyconator wanting to contest that, which to be fair, against like the no mana team is completely okay. And we got the... Yeah, like the window to get the gold wasn't even that big for the 2v2. So I'm not so sure what we were going for it, and at the same time we have no mana. So here that was like full on disrespect on the side of Rocket Rookies, I feel like, and they got punished for it by the side of North American Reject, and that will cost them the Fang Tooth. Which, to be fair, they probably would have lost the Fang Tooth either way, even if they just reset, because they both needed to reset, and so that would offer the timing. But on top of that, now they have offered like an additional kill. At least on the map they're trading, they're trying to get like the mini prime. And they do secure the mini prime for themselves. Tekken Kid was trying to steal it, but wasn't successful in doing so. And so we tried objective, so we're fine. But so far, in terms of kills, farm, and objective, the game is completely even. So here we have Grati looking for maybe a gank onto the offlane, but he's stepping up on the ward. So Requiem is completely aware of it. Nitro, even on CS, first item breach to help with the clear, I assume. I'm not sure we really want to trade auto attack that hard, but in the end, kind of even. And then we get a gank onto the dual lane. Is this one like executed better? Because we have Ink Legend coming, Gak is in the river. That's a lot of damage on Crazy Fool. We do miss the stun. Then we try to go onto the Twin Blast. The Twin Blast go away, so we just like gonna go for the hook in the end on Crazy Fool. Free pickup. Now we have like a pretty big wave that we can try to go for it. We still have the skewer. Skewer hasn't been used. We got Nitro rotating, and so like the team doesn't feel confident about like forcing that against Grati. But I think we still have Shrapnel Cannon and Skewer up, plus Mini Prime. I still feel like it could have gone like pretty good for them, and I could have forced it. In the meantime, Nitro like finding the solo pickup onto Simi goes hard on the Gideon. They do secure the tower, so overall they got like 1-for-1 kill and a tower with that Mini Prime, so they're doing a good job. But in the other side of the map, Tekken Kid actually like applying pressure and trying to get this tier 1 tower for himself on the offlane. But I don't think he will be able. If he go for it, it's slightly dangerous, but in the end, he's going to go for it, realizing that nobody's collapsing on himself. It's a little bit of a slight gamble, because if the Gideon was running here, the Gideon can probably kill him. But Tekken Kid is fine. Here, I would have loved the side of Rocket Rookies to have Simi goes hard, kind of defend this tier 1 tower on offlane, getting probably the shutdown onto that, well, not really shutdown, but kill on Tekken Kid, and then they can just send like the Zarus in the mid lane and not lose anything. And so here we're trying like to turn onto Nitro, but Nitro Strat is very fast, very slippery. Ink Legend has to be careful, he's falling a little bit behind in terms of level. And he's not impacting the lanes too much so far. Like he's been present in many lanes, but without too much success. So. And as a Rictor, you have to be careful, because if you start falling a little bit behind, you're not as tanky, and that makes it complicated. And here we do find a pick onto Simi goes hard. We're gonna follow up on Samwise. Gak is disengaging, and we force everyone out. Ink Legend is still like pretty healthy, but he can't defend by himself, and so that should be like a free tier 1 tower on the side of Team North American Reject, but they don't want to go for it because the Zarus was missing in offlane. They still like secure the tower, but they don't take the local gold. But that's still that going for them. And at the same time, Tekken Kid could afford to farm and crash the wave, so that means that Requiem is going to lose a little bit of farm. Starting the blue buff. But now we do have Requiem rotating. And we're just gonna simply disengage.
Allied tower under attack.
Nitro catching him on XP and actually like being ahead of Simi Goes Hard now. Fangbooth number 2 is going to respawn pretty shortly. Ink Legend still like behind in terms of experience. Is like a full level and a half behind. It's too much. They have to be careful on the side of Rocket Rookies. Like Ink Legend need to farm his jungle slightly better. We get the flash out of the Rictor almost for free. And we're gonna start. These Fangbooths we're just like zoning as much as we can. They do have to be careful though because they have like some strong ultimate. Ink Legend taking a lot of damage, but Crazy Fool needs to be careful. We do have the Black Hole. We go for the Riftwalker into the Shield Slam, but the Shield Slam doesn't connect on Ink Legend. So now they're kind of like in a bad spot. They're gonna try to disengage. Kratty get found, and that's probably gonna be like a double kill for themselves. So Rocket Rookies finding 2 kills while only losing nobody, but they lose the Fangbooth, so that's 2 Fangbooths on the side of North American Reject. I feel like North American Reject should have been able to play that slightly better. Crazy Fool trying to go in when the team was finishing the Fangbooth, which means that the Shield Slam has been expanded. At the same time, the Shield Slam not connecting on the Rictor means the Rictor could get the Skewer out, which allow to completely delete this Serat. And if this Serat can't get like skewered, like suddenly like this team fight is very different. So finally we're gonna get like probably the first objective of the game for the side of Rocket Rookies.
Enemy has activated your prime.
And yeah, it's gonna be 3 objective to 1. North American Reject in terms of CS, they are actually like 100 CS up. Holy moly. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, true. It's second orb. True. My mistake. They trade like 2 Fangbooths for 2 orb. So in terms of objective, we're even, but like 100 CS down, that's absolutely monstrous at 17 minutes in. Like definitely there is some people that have like trouble farming. And so we got the stun. Okay, Crazy Fool. Going a little bit too ham here. Not so sure why we're offering like free damage currently. And Gak coming from behind, absolutely obliterating with this mini prime. Yeah, Lycanator not seeing that happening. The flash. Yeah, that's what Drongo can do. Like in 1 second you're dead. That's what Drongo can do, and that's what you should be doing with Drongo. And that completely opened the map. Because no, Twin Blast is not here to defend, which means that we have a mini prime split pushing towards our tier 2 tower, which means that forced reaction from the enemy team. Until the Twin Blast is back up. But here we're not gonna force it too much, and we're just gonna reset. Get a lot of gold. Maybe it's enough to finish the Demolisher here. And that would be like, once again, a pretty huge power spike. We're going next as well. For the dash.
I shall return.
And so here we're kind of... All tier 1 tower has been taken almost. Tier 1 tower in mid is like very low. Tier 1 tower and offlane are still like up. And so like that's the next like objective that people can kind of try to focus on. We can see here the Twin Blast on the side of Lycanator plus Crazy Fool trying to apply a little bit of pressure on the left side. But Simi Go Hard is here to defend. In the meantime, we do have Gak farming in the mid lane. Switching the mid and the carry to get like more offensive on the map. We try to find like some damage onto Nitro, but Nitro just like with the Ascend can simply disengage. And I guess we're waiting for the respawn of the third Fangbooth, but it's still like 2 minutes away, so for now, we're just gonna have to wait until something happens. And as we enjoy the bug of the spectator mode and inhibitors going away, towers not being where they are, and making very, very hard to actually follow the structure game. So far a pretty close game. Let's see how it is in terms of CS. Oh, actually catch up a little bit. We're only like 80 CS down now. So we catch a little bit of the CS that we were missing on the side of Rocket Rookies. And so that's something that we should be like trying to try to abuse on the side of North American Reject. The fact that they're ahead on CS means that they can probably like be a little bit ahead on terms of like farm overall. And here we do have Grati that getting collapsed by Simi Goes Hard and Ink Legend. Hook not connecting, but don't really matter because the Invigorate was used. And here we have the Fangbooth that is going to respawn very, very shortly. And team are looking to do something about it. Tekken Kid has a little bit of priority. We do get like the... Ooh. We try to go in, but... That's a good shield slam. We're gonna get like some kills, but what Grati has done here was very bad. Now we got the Coliseum to try to counter engage here. The Zarus is pretty tanky. Everyone is low on HP, but still they have a lot of damage. But Gak is 3 DPSing and Gak clean up everything. So Simi Goes Hard get picked up. And then, I don't know, Grati decided to offer his life to the enemy team for no reason. So, there is like a few things that is slightly unfortunate, but here, Tekken Kid, very great sword. We got the combo, we get the stun, we almost get the Bull Rush in. Bull Rush would have been better to use Bull Rush before you use the shield bash, and if he does that, probably Simi Goes Hard is already dead. But still, here, as Grati, you can get the Gideon, but Grati decided to jump in the backline. Like, Tekken Kid already used all his spell. Still, he's like super far away from the fight. There is nobody to follow that up. Imagine here, instead of jumping, Grati just like walk and call the Gideon here in that situation. It's completely fine. We get the Gideon pick. We're fighting inside the choke point while the rest of the team is ready to arrive. Nitro is gonna get like his reset because the Gideon is dead, and suddenly like some good stuff can start to happen. But Grati like here just like just like doing a very, very bad engage. And so now like they do have to fight that. They force like a lot of things, but Simi Goes Hard goes for the Epoch. We already lose the Serat as well because Serat tried to follow up. We get a good shield slam by Crazy Fool. That is enough to find like 2 pick and the Decker, and so we got like... Actually, we didn't get the Rictor because Rictor flashed away. But the problem is like, no, you don't have enough resource to deal with like the guy that is feed in the enemy team, which is the Drongo. And now like Gak is super duper strong. And you still can do the Fangbooth because everyone is dead on the enemy team. I don't know why Ink Legend like backed, but... Like Ink Legend could have come and take that Fangbooth with his teammate. That would have been slightly faster. That would also like him like deadly back, and then they don't lose tempo on the map. But yeah, Gak positioning was very strong. To be fair, like Simi Goes Hard positioning was bad. He almost got punished for it, but then Grati decided to throw the fight very hard. By thinking he's actually stronger than he actually is in that situation. And then like the team fight was kind of close, but as soon as Gak is free DPSing, like once it does settle, if your carry is still like full HP and you have like a few like members that can like stay in front of him, suddenly the team fight is unplayable. On top of that, Gak like was very strong in that fight, and no, just thanks to that fight he finished the first item, so Genk is an absolute monster now. If they can't kill Gek, they can't win a team fight. That's basically what we are currently on the side of North American Reject. Top of that, Gak is level 13, which is the top level in the match. As strong as Tekken Kid, that has been like solo farming for a very big portion of the match. And so here we're kind of looking for some pickup. Tekken Kid getting collapsed on. So we're trying like to catch him. People are rotating, so we can go for a Coliseum at some point if we want. We got the skewer, but he's just gonna TP. Gag grenade, double silence, Gag arriving. That's a pick. Well played. And that's gonna create like a huge priority for them because Tekken Kid was one of the strongest member on the side of North American Reject in that match in terms of farming and actual like presence. Nitro trying to make some stuff happen. They do find Crazy Fool, Ink Legend getting the hook, then Gag Grenade immediately. You're silenced, you can never move. Rictor plus Drongo in the team is actually like dangerous, and also when you have a Decker on top of it, so strong. So they find 2-pick. They're gonna like force the R prime, trying to go into Laconator, but not too far away, so they're coming back. Simis goes hard, unfortunately has been forced back to base, so they only have 4 people and they're taking a lot of damage. They do have to be careful. Gratis going in, trying to stall it, but didn't manage to successfully go for the 50-50. So in the end, Import superior to Grati in those situations, it seems. And here we do secure the all prime on 5 people, and that should be like good enough for the side of Rocket Rookies, despite the fact that they're still behind on CS, but they have catch up quite a lot. They're quite ahead on kills, they're now ahead on objectives by 2 objectives, and now they have the all prime on 5 people, and it seems that the side of North American Reject hasn't been able to win like a team fight. Very nice long range stun, almost killing like an Aether. If Simi goes hard, is in position to follow that up, that stun up, maybe that's a kill. And so here we're just gonna push everything that we can. And so it seems the Serat's mid hasn't been like very successful that match. They're gonna try to go for the engage. A very nice Reef Walker into Shield Slam combo. They do get 3. On top of that, we got like the combo from the Quang. Nitro dying in the backline, trying to get gagged by himself, but unfortunately he's not strong enough. And then, despite that very strong engage, they lose 3. So let's watch again what happened here, because the engage from Crazy Fool looks like absolutely stellar. And so I'm a bit surprised they don't get like something slightly better, because here we get like 3 people inside the 4 people, forcing the shrapnel cannon here. That was like an amazing bull rush into Riftwalker, into Shield Slam, and the rest of the team is arriving. And so here, what do we go? On top of that, we got the tether on 3 people. On top of that, immediately Requiem going onto Laconator to try to stop the damage from that Twin Blast. Okay, the Decker is not fully in the thing. I feel like Nitro trying to go onto Gak here is a little bit too greedy. Here, I think you kill the Rictor and I don't know who is with the Rictor. Like, I don't even see who is Rictor and Gideon. Gideon just disappeared. Because here Nitro tried to go onto Gak by himself. And I think like it's not really like the play. I think you just kill like those 2 people. You kill the guy in the backline, and then there is only Decker, Drongo that is alive. And we get destroyed by the next. And then you can see like both Gideon and Rictor are still alive. Tekken Kid was trying to follow that play up. I know I said like you need to kill Gak, otherwise you can't win those team fights. But here they had such a good engage. They could have killed like the two front lines, then turn onto the Zarus, and then like Decker plus Drongo, it's true, is super strong, but if you're all 5 up, even if you're low on HP, you just reset, you accept to lose that tier 2 tower, and then you can fight again and probably like get the primal for yourself or something. But here it's unfortunately going to be game. They don't have enough people to actually defend. Crazy Fool with a masterful engage, but unfortunately the decision on the side of North American Reject on that team fight wasn't correct in my opinion, and so they end up just losing it here. And so here we're trying to defend as much as we can, but it's only a steal. And Rocket's Rookies actually winning against North American Reject. So it was a very close game. I have to admit, I feel like Rocket Rookies like played pretty well, all things considered. I was just like super surprised they were like 100 CS down in the mid game. Like for me, that stat like make no sense. And I feel like Ink Legend was roaming too much, was not having success. Like I said, as a Rictor, let your laner set up your gank. And as a Rictor, you should like choose the lane it's easy for you to gank. Lane that have set up, because if you arrive in a lane and you do nothing, you're falling behind. But then like also North American Reject getting some good opportunity, but in team fight they weren't clean enough. We have seen like the two team fight. Actually they started team fight very well, like the previous team fight with Tekken Kid finding good damage on Simis goes hard. But unfortunately then like Grati like completely like fumbling the team fight. And here masterful engage by Crazy Fool, but then overall I think here Nitro going for the wrong target, should have looked for maybe the reset while killing like the two people that were like still locked down and letting Gag for afterwards. It would have been scary because Gag can turn the team fight around, true, but here trying to chase Gag by yourself was never gonna work. And on top of that, that means that you fully split your team while letting like enemies in your backline behind you, and you're a big portion of the damage because Lekanator was getting completely zoned out, so you need the damage of the Serra to actually kill those people. So just press your ultimate, kill the two people super duper fast, use the reset to chase afterwards the Decker and the Drongo afterwards, or to kill the Zarus, and then you would have been completely fine. Unfortunate. North American Reject really had a shot at stopping this onslaught, but good job by Rocket Rookies.